Hey folks, welcome back to the next video in the series of the light fighter comparisons. I'm going to hop right into this. Of course, the members only video is going to be the longer, the uncut version with way more detail. And the YouTube, there is a free version for all other YouTube channel members. If you want to get access to the uncut, more detailed version with loadouts and you know, just more information, then you'll have to become a YouTube channel member. And that goes for as low as $5 a month. And then it goes up from there with more benefits from there. So thanks for stopping by, and without further ado, the next video in the series of the light fighter comparisons. All right, folks, so the ship in back of me, it's time to look at the one of the cheapest, and in my opinion, one of my favorite starter ships is the Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha, a light fighter to its core, and an interesting one to say the least. It doesn't have a lot of great things going for it, but it's also hampered by some things that are, as far as stock comparisons, not ideal for this ship. It's a better ship than what its grade is going to be, which we'll find out on the stat review. But as it comes stock, when if you use this as a starter ship to buy the game, it has some glaring weaknesses. Ones that can be fixed with very little money and a little bit of ingenuity, but some big weaknesses. Yeah, but to be quite frank, out of all the starter ships, it's not my favorite. The Avenger Titan is my favorite. But for the money, I think $35, or maybe it's $40 now, you can grab this ship and do quite a bit with it in the game. And that is actually a really good value for Star Citizen, considering how much money a lot of us have already spent on it. And it has, man, it has some cool features going for it, but we'll have to check those out as we explore more of the ship. But I think it's time we actually hop in this ship. And as you can see back there, because this is a similar model to the beta, which actually has a back area, there is some space back there. And if you can open the canopy, you can fit a person back there. Like, someone can EVA in and go in the back and fly with you. So it's not a two-seater, but it's not only can you put a bunch of people in the cargo pod, you can put a bunch of people back there, or at least one. I fit Jawa back there before, for sure, because he was stuck and all I have is a Mustang Alpha. But I don't own this ship anymore. I usually pick one up every year, and then I upgrade it at some point. So let's actually hop in the canopy here. In the cockpit here, I should say. Ooh, and here we are. Okay, now Consolidated Outland has this one big touchscreen type deal, and I actually really like that. Let's go ahead and turn it on.
Welcome. Your journey begins now. All
Yeah.
systems operational.
And I like having the female voice, actually. Kind of like it. Men respond better to female voices. Isn't that why Siri's female? Anyway. So a 2D radar up on the main screen. You can really see the ship status and the target display. I don't mind the 2D radar as much. The ship actually is, at least for me, maneuvers pretty good, although I haven't flown it in master modes. We have 4 full multi-purpose displays. Let's see, we got heat. We have our weapons, target, and our ship status. We do have an ejection seat. As far as buttons are concerned, really all these flip buttons are engine on buttons. Then we have our power button, open pilot canopy. I know you do something, don't you? That is the canopy button. Okay, weird. Nothing over here. It looks like that's it. So just the very basics of buttons and an ejection. As far as stealth is concerned, IR 7315, cross-section high at 9364, and EM going down at 7100. So it's actually pretty high cross-section. You can see we do have our wings up right now, and they're going to come down as we articulate the landing gear. So gear up, wings down. And it has a pretty mean look to it. I really actually like the look of the Mustang Alpha. It has those kind of intakes that are above the pilot's canopy right there. It almost looks like a bed back behind the pilot, but it's not. And it looks, man, it looks cool. I think it looks cool. I usually always get one.
Proximity alert.
Woo. So let's head out. Let's check what it looks like from behind. You see those engines? They actually look pretty good. Throw some afterburner on there. They look good. They feel good. Let's go inside and we'll check and see what our SCM speed is. Right here at 225 for a regular SCM with boost. Looks like we're gonna get up to 500. All right, let's go into nav mode. And we'll check our speed in nav mode. We are making it up there as we make our way back towards SPK. Woo, let's put a little boost on. Oh, don't want to black out. Don't want to black out. Okay. The ship can move. I mean, it's quick. 1200 is our maximum navigational speed. But as you can see, the ship feels good as far as maneuvering goes. Let's give a pitch check in space to SPK. I mean, it's not as quick as something like R2 Wall or an Arrow or something like that. I mean, that took a long time. Let's be honest, but it looked good and it felt good. Moving yaw around Selin, not terrible. Roll actually feels very good, very dynamic. The ship feels good and flies good with a mouse. Giving it a little bit of boost. Maneuverability increases drastically. But I guess the real test is, what does the ship, how does it perform in combat? Those are the retros, the big intake looking things. How does the ship perform in combat? How does it handle with just 2 guns and no missiles? I guess we're gonna go find out. All right, folks, so here we are in the Mustang Alpha, and we're waiting for the bad guys to come in. It's a Miner's Lament and Arena Commander. And there's my guys. There's the bad guys, and no missiles to fire, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to rely on pumping up some of the weapon damage here. At least I only have 1 pip because there's only 2 weapons on here right now. And let's try to use what we got. It's a little bit of back strafing. These 2 guns, they're pretty small. They're size 2. But, oh gosh, the Tana. I like the Tana. I don't love the Tana stock. Whoa, dude, really? You ran straight into me. And I don't think he did any real damage because I was back strafing when he did that. Guy must be a kamikaze pilot. Come on, Mustang, get him. Boom, shakalaka. All right, target destroyed. Let's go for this guy. Woo. All right, let's use what we got here. Come on, Mustang. Show me that you're not just looking good with the orange. I do like this touchscreen up front. Come on, you got to do better than the other cheap starter ship, the Aurora. Woo! That Aurora was quick. Woo. Aurora likes to joust. Ooh, that's a lot of boost for me. Come on. Come on, baby. Knock his shields down. Take him out. I want the ship to actually perform well, but it's performing like it has 2 size 2 guns, which is not great. None of them are cannons. It's easy to see why something like the Adventure Titan is a better starter ship. Because it's way more versatile. And it's, what, $30 more? $35 more? More cargo, more utility, has a bed. Although the Mustang Beta has a bed, there are variants to the Mustang, and we're going to review the Delta as well. So something to think about. You know, the Delta is not much better than the Alpha. It is the military variant. Come on, let's get this last guy. Let's rely on Tanas. He's just sitting there waiting. Is this another kamikaze pilot? Okay, out of weapons. Let's let him recharge. Don't like fighting in this side strafe, but it worked. All right, one last guy for the Mustang Alpha. Ooh. Oh, come on. Feel like you're halfway jousting me, fellas. Another Aurora. You have range. Does the Aurora have better stock weapons? I wonder. I mean, we're gonna find out because I'm gonna review it, but I feel like it's jousting me. Come on, Aurora. I feel like my guy is breathing so hard. It's the G-forces. Come on, come on. We're close enough. Yeah. Let's go head to head. Boom! All right, Mustang Alpha for the win. Very nice. All right, so let's talk about the Mustang Alpha here in the stat review. It does have one best-in-class thing, and that is the price in-game. In-game, it is among the cheapest ships, if not the cheapest ship in-game, and it goes for 655,000 Alpha UEC. I actually think there's quite a bit of utility to the ship. It can fight, it's got cargo, it's easily upgradable, it looks good. I like the screens, I like the feel of the ship, but it's pretty average, and it does have some downsides, right? It's worst in class missiles and total weapon damage. It actually has below average gun damage too, because caveat, it only comes with 2 guns and they're size 2, and it does have 2 other hard points that you have to fill, but stock, we are comparing ships stock, and it lacks in the guns department and completely lacks in the missiles department, giving it the worst weapon damage out of any ship in this light fighter comparison. Only 676, which is the gun damage as well. It has the worst in class, weakest vital part hit points of 1,200. So while it doesn't have the worst hit points, if it loses a vital part, the ship's toast. It's done for, and you might as well push out. And believe it or not, it has below average maneuverability. I thought it and felt like it maneuvered pretty well, but it's not great in pitch and it's not great in yaw. Roll is pretty good, but below average maneuverability, even though it feels pretty good to fly. Overall, this ship is one of the worst in the light fighter class, which, you know, it is a starter ship, but yeah, it's a D. It's a grade of a D when it comes stock, unfortunately. All right, folks, it is the next ship time, and we're taking a look at the Consolidated Outland Mustang Delta, which is the ship behind me. Interesting ship. Unlike the Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha, this ship comes a little more armed. The Alpha comes without 2 weapons stock, and that's how we had to compare it. It just comes with the 2 nose turret size 2s, or size 1? Size 2. Size 2s. This ship comes with the extra guns already installed, and of course it doesn't have any missiles, but this is, I believe it's the only ship in game with rocket pods, and I have not flown it in master modes, and I don't know if they actually fixed the animation for rockets, but it used to be invisible, and I guess we're going to find out if they're still invisible. But rockets are kind of a cool mechanic, I think. Dumbfire missiles, basically very small missiles. Could be pretty neat. But I don't expect the ship to be much different from the Mustang Alpha. It is the military variant, or the specified combat variant, but I think it's going to have the same weaknesses that the Alpha has, considering it's the same space frame, and probably the same advantages, other than it does come with guns. So, guns and rockets, I should say. Let's take a look. Mustang Alpha. And I have had fun at this in the past, so let's take a cockpit tour with the Mustang Delta. I do love the center front screen on the Consolidated Outland ships. Reminds me of a car, and I just like it. Let's turn it on. Whew. I like it. Look at all the black dots on there. A lot of ships moving around out here. Let's look at the glass. Tons of glass on the ship, and you can even see a little bit down. So that's kind of nice to have. Let's look at what buttons are available. Nothing on the sticks. Oh, looks like 4 MFD buttons, of course. The center one is, let's go back down again. We do have an eject. There's a power button, engine button, and open pilot canopy button, and that looks like it's about it, even though there's room for a bunch more buttons. So pretty standard for a non-gold pass ship. I do like the orange though. Maybe it's a thing with the fist thing, I don't know. But we do have 62 shots in those Bagger laser repeaters, and our Jericho XL rocket pods have 36 each in them. Let's take a look at the stealth modifiers. 4713 for IR right now, 4944 for cross section, and 6180 and going down for our EM. All right, let's open the hangar and we will zoom up. We will cycle the landing gear. The wings will come down, the gear goes up. I do like how the wings kind of come down below the ship. It is pretty cool, and it's a pretty small ship overall, to be quite honest with you. It's more nimble than you'd think, I guess. It does say Delta on the wing, and that is, of course, awesome. I'll give a little spin around of this ship. It's very bright in that cockpit, isn't it? Considering how dark space is out here. Very cool. Consolidated Outland, very green ship, very OD green military type of ship. Look at it all. Okay. Let's check out our SCM speed of 225 meters a second. Check out our boost speed. Looks to be 500, and that's what our boost looks like. Very cool. Switch into nav mode. Check out what our max speed is here in space. Okay. Moving pretty quick. The acceleration is pretty good with the ship. Pulling some G's. Now we're slowing down. 1200 is our max speed. Let's go back into SCM. We will target something like Seraphim and do some pitch checks. Okay, we're at SCM speed. Nothing to write home about as far as pitch is concerned, especially considering thrusters are on the bottom. Actually, fairly average, fairly slow. The yaw is nothing to write home about either. Not great. Let's check. Oh, it's starting to gray out. Let's check the roll. Roll is just average as well. So maneuverability, nothing great out there. And I think that's really about it as far as what we're going to do in space. Let's go dogfight with this thing. Stand by. All right, so I wasn't able to get a mission in, well, what is this? Is this the rockets? No, rockets should be right mouse button. So I wasn't able to get a mission in space, so we're just gonna have to see. It looks like I have an LRT for people near a cave on Daymar. At least it's on the light side. So we're gonna see how the Mustang Delta does in atmosphere, I suppose. And they probably can't see me yet, but I am coming out of quantum, so. And we see them. We have a frickin' Banu Defender. Okay, and that is actually our target. He probably has a friend. If you saw my Banu part earlier, you know that it's not stealthy, and we saw it real soon. Almost 10k out. He probably sees me now. What's his buddy? In a Reliant Mako. A couple ships I have not seen in a while. I guess we take out his buddy first. We'll have to test the rockets as we get closer. Let's see how our lasers work. Again, we don't see any rocket animation. Oh, God bless it. He turned right into me. You guys saw it. You're my witness. Although I didn't really take any damage. He did turn into me. Looks like we don't have any rocket. Although they're hitting. But I'm not seeing them do any damage.
Proximity alert. Front.
We're getting proximity alerts from them. I like that. I wish they did a little bit more damage, I guess. So this Reliant Mako.
Proximity alert. Front.
And I guess that other hitbox is for the rockets. Yeah, at least we took them out. Let's see if we can't take them all the way out. Boom, goes the dynamite. All right. Delta is going pretty well. Let's check out this Banu Defender and try to get him. Pretty good at atmosphere.
Proximity alert. Front.
Although this guy has to charge his cannons. We don't want to get hit by him. I can tell you that. We do not want to get hit by him. We can avoid it. So let's try to stay. Oh no! Apparently I hit him. Or he hit me because he turned into me. I don't know. All right, folks, let's see if I can manage not to screw this one up. I'm back in the Mustang Delta. Going after this Banu Defender. Trying not to give him a shot as we come in on him. But who knows? Those Singe cannons can do some damage. Oh, he sees me, for sure. The target yet, because my gun's right at range. Oh, he's shooting some missiles at me. All right, let's try not to run into this guy again. Maybe I ran into my rockets. What do you think? I don't think so, but it's possible. Ooh, he gets close.
Proximity alert. Front.
I wish the rockets had an animation. We know the Defender has good shields, even though they're down. And he has a good weakest vital part. Ooh, took him out. All right. Let's take him all the way out. Boom. He's gone. All right, buddy. I don't see my... I look how the debris is here. Unfortunately, I don't see... Why is there still a marker up there? I don't see my X for my death. I guess that stuff doesn't work anymore. Or has it ever really worked? Yeah, I don't have a red X though for my death, unfortunately. Maybe it disintegrated upon landing. That's okay. We're in the ever famous death suit, and yeah, that is the dogfight on Amar for the Mustang Delta. All right, so let's check out the stat review on the Consolidated Outland Mustang Delta. So first off, it has, for the good things, it has above average stealth, which is kind of rare in these light fighters. Not super rare, but it's pretty good stealth. There's pretty small cross section for these ships, just like the Alpha though. Same space frame. 15,754 is the total stealth modifier. It does have above average price, meaning low price. It's not expensive. This thing goes for about 1.2 million Alpha UEC, and you can buy these in game now. So I do like that it is a fully kitted Mustang Alpha with rocket pods instead of missiles, with no animation, so that's a downside. But yeah, you can. It's not too bad for kind of a one step above a starter ship, even though it kind of is a starter ship. It does have a lot of downsides, though. It is worst in class missile damage. Why? Because it has no missiles. Rockets don't count because they're different, but yeah, it's worst in class of missiles. Obviously, no missiles. It also has the worst in class weakest vital part hit points, only 1,200. As we saw when I was dogfighting and I got smoked. Maybe the Banu Defender or I ran into it or whatever happened. It hit the weakest vital part and it blew up. I don't know, but it's not good. These things are fairly easy to kill. It also has below average maneuverability, although the roll felt pretty good and the pitch felt okay. The yaw was pretty horrible. 249 for that combined stat. And it has below average total weapon damage. Why? Because it doesn't have any missiles. Also because the guns are size 2. Even though there's 4 of them and you have the rocket pods, it's a little bit underwhelming. The X factors, the rockets again are underwhelming. It has the worst, weakest vital part, HP, low agility overall, but it is good stealth and it is really cheap. So decent X factors for it. Overall, the grade for the Mustang Delta is a D+. It is better than the Mustang Alpha, but not by much. I do have a lot of fun flying it around, but I actually like flying the Alpha around more than the Delta. I don't know why. I wish if the rockets had animation like they did way in the past, that might be cooler. All right, folks, back with another ship. This time it is the last one from Consolidated Outland. This one is the Nomad. You may ask yourself, wait a minute, the Nomad's not a light fighter. It is light freight. Well, I do have some freight ships in here, and it's kind of a mix because just like the Avenger Titan is kind of a light freight ship, it's also kind of a light fighter ship. And, well, this ship has 3 guns and 3 shields and a lot of coolness to it. It is the premium starter ship, at least that's what it was marketed as. Even though the Cutlass Black is a better starter ship, I still consider it a starter ship. The Consolidated Outland is right behind the Cutty Black as a really good starter ship, and it's got some awesome stuff going for it. But I mean, it's cool. Look at it. It's floating behind me. It's not even, there's no landing gear on the ground. It's a cool ship, and I think we should go ahead and take a look at it. Upgraded leather. It's a cool animation to get going in there. Okay, let's turn the ship on. Very nice. I don't like the flashing of all my buttons and stuff, so I wonder if that's going to happen the whole time. That's going to suck. Oh no, everything came on. Okay, good. Let's take a look around. Notice we do have some glass on the bottom so we can kind of see where we're going. We have struts and things like that, but decent view out of the front. Notice we have 4 multifunction displays, pretty common in Consolidated Outland ships, and 2D radar. Let's see what buttons we have. Engine on, power off. There's an eject down there. Exit. Open exterior, that's good. Enter remote turret, that's for the tractor beam, which we're going to use later. But all in all, not a gold pass, and that's okay. For our stealth, 7631 for IR, 9712, which is pretty high for cross-section, 7200 for EM, and bleeding down. For our guns, looks like we have 124 shots in our laser repeaters. And yeah, there we go. Okay, let's open up our hangar door. Notice we are floating above the ground. We're gonna raise up a little bit. It did tilt just ever so slightly. That might have been my mouse though. Let's retract the landing gear. They just go right up into the belly of the ship. Very nice. I like it. And let's take our Ford Ranger, Nomad, out into space. I like the sound of those engines. Notice the other two guns are on top of the ship. Oh, can already see. There's the sun. So, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's see our SCM speed in space. 205, so not very high. I know this is a slow ship because it's a freight ship. Let's look at our boost speed, 420, okay. And we'll check our maximum navigational speed on the Nomad. It gets up there fairly quickly, but not that quickly. 1100 is our max. So not great by any means. Not great by any means. The maneuverability is also poor, but again, this is a freight ship. Let's check the pitch. Not great. It's pretty poor. That's taken a long time to get towards Seraphim there. Not a lot of, well, 10 G's, kind of maxed out on G's with G-Safe. That took a long time to yaw. Let's check our roll rate. Pretty slow. Again, this is not a fighter. This is more of a freight ship. But I think it kind of belongs kind of quasi in the class because of what it can do. So with the flight mechanics out of the way, let's go pick a fight with the Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger! I know this truck. I ain't no stranger. I know that truck. That's a Ford fucking Ranger!
Alright guys, so we're headed to another mission in the asteroids around Jawa. We're going to go into our SCM mode for this one. Okay, looks like we have another ship in the vicinity. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Apparently I can't load the missiles. Scan and tractor beam. There appears to be an issue getting to my missiles. Yep, so it just skips that master mode for some reason. Maybe the server I'm on, I don't know, but we don't get to test missiles with the Nomad, and that is too bad. But we do get to test the guns, and we'll see how they do. And I don't know why I have a level 1 crime stat. Very interesting on that. Not sure what that's all about, but okay. Shouldn't be able to take things like called arms, or maybe you can if you're a different level. And I'm definitely being targeted right now. I can't see anybody. Wondering if that is the server. There's Massasso Crab and his buddy already firing at me. So we do have 3 level 1 shields. Well, it looks like countermeasures worked. Well, I guess we'll try to take out his buddy first. We do have 3 level 1 shields with the ship, so maybe that'll help. Taking out this Saber Comet, or trying to. It's just an LRT, so shouldn't be too bad. Wish I could have fired missiles at you.
Destroyed.
Has it though? Has it actually been destroyed? Now it has. All right. Shields are critical. Wow. This buddy was really firing at me. Okay, what is he in? Oh, he's in a Talon. In an LRT. Interesting. Waiting for shields to come up a little bit. Maybe one of those missiles hit me. I'm not sure. Not great maneuverability in the Nomad. Hopefully the survivability, it seems pretty good so far. The repeaters, while I don't love the repeaters, they Do fire pretty quick. And there goes the Talon. Boom goes the dynamite. Can I blow him up or is he already gone? Yeah, he's gone. All right, so it handled it pretty well with everything considered. All right, the Nomad did pretty well, and that's kind of why I'm considering it for. What is that ship? I don't know what that ship is. It's a Corsair. Someone probably abandoned. It does do pretty well in combat. A little bit of light combat at least, and yeah. So dogfighting in the Consolidated Outland Nomad. All right, folks. So let's do the stat review for the Consolidated Outland Nomad. So first off, it has a number of really good things going for it, and again, I know it's kind of a light freight ship, but I also kind of feel like it's in the light fighter category because the Aurora is light freight, and so is the Mustang, and they're in this category as light fighters as well, even though this is probably one of the bigger ships in the category. It does have the best in class weakest vital part hit points of 4,000, meaning it when it takes a hit, you really got to hit, you know, the vital part to disable the ship or blow it up, and this has the strongest of those vital parts, probably because it's the biggest. Also has the best in class cargo, which I know a lot of the light fighters don't have cargo, but that's a bonus for this ship, being a starter ship. 24 cargo officially for the Nomad, and there's even more room inside for boxes, box missions. And I believe we did show that when I put the rock in the back of the Nomad and went flying around, because ultimately this is the Ford Ranger of the Star Citizen universe. And I've called it that since day one when it came out, and I still feel like it's Ford Ranger.
Motherfucker,
Okay.
Ford Ranger!
It has above average missile damage. Even though I wasn't able to get missiles off because of probably a server bug or some weird issue, 16,460 missile damage with its missiles. 8 missiles, I think they're all size 2. So it can do a lot of damage with missiles. That's really good for a lighter type of ship. Above average shield pool. So this ship is unique in that it has 3 size 1 shields, giving it 4,500 shield hit points, which is really close to like the Banu Defender, who has a size 2 shield, but not quite as good. It also has an above average quantum tank, meaning 809 for the quantum tank on this ship, and it can go a lot of places with a small size 1 drive that other ships just can't get to around Stanton. So you can put a faster drive on it, is basically what I'm getting at. Although the Nomad does have some really negative things in it as well, especially in that are important to light fighters, I should say. It has the worst in class SCM boost speed, and nav speed. Being the biggest ship, it's also the slowest, by far the slowest. 205 SCM speed, 1,100 SCM boost, and 1,100 nav speed maximum. So it's slow. It also has worst in class maneuverability out of all the light fighters, although it didn't feel terrible for its size. It's pretty terrible numbers wise. 210, which is the worst in the light fighter class. Overall, well, actually before the grade, let's go over X factors. Best weakest vital part hit points, premium starter ship. It is the best cargo for a light fighter freight ship. Good quantum fuel tank size, good missiles and shields. Worst in speed, worst agility. It has a bed. It has a table, which is kind of cool. Component access on the inside. And it has a tractor beam. It's Ford Ranger with a tractor beam. That is cool. You can do a lot with the tractor beam. I was able to get the rock in there finally. But overall, the grade, it's a C, because it is in the light fighter, light freight category, and it's slow. It can't outrun a lot of stuff. You have to rely on those 3 size 1 shields. You have to rely on the size 2 weapons, missiles, things like that. Pretty good cargo capacity, but I mean, still the Cuddy Black beats the ship all day and all night as a premium starter ship. But this is still a good ship. It is super cool. My favorite ship out of all the Consolidated Outland ships. I do love the paints that the Nomad has, and it has some really cool things going for it now, like no landing gear, or at least, you know, it floats off the ground, things like that. So, well, thanks for stopping by and watching our video, folks. Don't forget to tune in to the next video coming soon. Pay attention to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell when you want the next one to come up, and look out for the next video. It's in edit right now, I can guarantee you that. And if you're interested in getting way more detail, make sure to check out the members only section. You can become a YouTube channel member for as low as $5 a month and get way more detail in these videos. But thank you for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one.